Here we go. I'm ready for this. He's back. He's back from episode 248. This is episode 315 of No Laugh Track Podcast. I am here at Acme Comedy Company. I'm Justin Severson. I'm here with Mike E. Winfield. Back for 315.
Yeah, coming with the most listened to episode of the year right here, Mike E. Winfield. Thanks, Justin.
Good afternoon.
Yo, it's an amazing day, you know, and it's just such an honor to be in your presence. Thanks for having me.
Oh, I know you don't mean that, but thank you anyway. No, this is great. We're doing this again. I was at the show last night with my wife. Why with my wife and not by myself? Like I say a lot of times when I'm here on a Thursday and I'm like, yeah, I was here last night by myself.
Right.
Why was she here? Because she's a Mike E. Winfield fan.
Yes.
This is like the third time I've brought her to come see you.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
And let's keep this in perspective. I took my wife away, who loves Halloween. I took her away from the front door giving candy away to kids.
Wow.
And she was cool with that to come see your show on Halloween night, Mike.
Unbelievable. You know, I find myself to be the couple's comedian.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, all I'm doing is talking about regular life and things that work in my life, and it tends to really stretch out and live in many homes and couples, you know, and it's really a blessing, you know, like some type of gift was handed to me where I can articulate really what I'm trying to get across in my own feelings, and that's not always, it hasn't always been the case.
You said something last night, and this has happened in the past when we've come to your shows, that, yeah, it hits so close to home. I mean, it's like you've been following us around for the last month or something.
And you know what? As much as people may not admit it, I need to hear that.
Good.
Certain things you need to hear just so you're reminded once again to continue on this path. And my goal is to get so far off on my own lane that that's where I'm at, in a world of my own, on some crazy lane where anytime someone does anything close to me, they're like, yo, that's a Mikey Winfield feeling.
Yeah.
That's a Mikey Winfield joke. And I'm glad, and that's amazing that, you know, that can actually happen, and it just takes work.
So I'd like to thank you for pointing out on stage last night, not that I was directly your subject, but I was directly your subject, let's be honest here.
Okay.
When you talk about a guy working 8 to 12 hours a day and then just wanting to come home and relax.
Oh, man. Well, you know, and it's things that people need to hear to understand. Like, after you've worked a long time, the last thing you want to do is one more stop. You know, and without being incredibly selfish, you know, like there's women that stay at home all day and they may say, hey, can you stop and grab it? You know, and it's kind of like, yo, you've been at home all day. But home all day is a job too.
Sure.
But come on, 8 to 12 hours, and you want me to run errands?
Yeah.
I only have so much time at home before I got to wake up and do this again.
Do it again.
And yeah.
And we just had that talk about, like on Sunday nights when, man, sometimes it's hard to fall, like to get into bed knowing that the next thing you open your eyes, it's Monday morning.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
It's like you just want that weekend to go a little, like as long as it can, because you wake up again and it's back to the work week.
And this is why I say these things, because women need to hear it. And guys need to be reminded that they're not wrong for a lot of the feelings they naturally have.
Thank you.
We're told we're wrong so much. Like, I'm told I'm the devil by her so much. And, you know, sometimes she may mean it. Sometimes it's just an emotional issue. But I think guys need to hear that they're not wrong as much as they're told they're wrong inside of their own homes. Now, we all have room for growth. There's always things we can do different and better, but not always.
I got to tell you about this one. So it was within the last week. I worked like 8 hours during the day, doing my house painting, like the job I'm doing right now, painting houses. Then in the evening, went and did my part-time job working. It was like a concert or a wild game or something where I'm selling beers up and down the stairs. So it was it was 2 jobs, full-time, part-time, all in one day. I'm driving home like 9:45, 10 o'clock. And I'm like, yeah, fuck, am I hungry? You know what? I'm gonna stop where I only go in the evening, and that's Taco Bell. I got a rule: I don't go there during the day. I only go when the sun is down.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah. So I go through Taco Bell, grab the shit that I like, and then I'm like, well, last time I did this, I got home, and Ashley, first thing she said was, why didn't you get me those cinnamon twist dessert things?
Yeah.
So I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and get those for her. Because I remember, because I'm a good husband, I get home with my food, which is almost gone by the time I get home. Walk in, and I give her the bag, and it's got the cinnamon twists in it. And she's like, where's my nachos and whatever else? I'm like, what? She goes, I texted you like 10 minutes ago. No, I didn't see the text. The text said, are you stopping anywhere for food?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. But you know what? Oh, Justin, I don't want to turn on you. This is not the time for this. But how did you know she didn't either cook or have food for you already?
Oh, Mike.
You just know. It's just, all right, it's a pattern. So you
There's no food at home.
There wasn't going to be food at home. Okay, great. So that's out of the way. Okay, so you were just like, hey, I'm going to go get me this, and then I'll get her this based off last time.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh, gosh, I hate to do it. Why didn't you just call her?
I should have.
I don't want to be that guy. I hate to be that guy, but I'm just thinking, still, I don't see why, if it was my house, where she wouldn't already have this ready, knowing that I did my 8 and then my extra 4 hours, and it's frustrating. It's
you know what? You're absolutely right, calling me out on that, and I think it has to do with that thing deep down where I'm like that bitterness where I'm like, oh man, I'm just doing this for me.
Yes.
Doing this for me right now. You've been home all evening.
Yeah. Right. And
you could have cooked yourself some dinner, went and got yourself something. Now I'm just want to take care of myself and get home.
Yep.
It's a little selfish and not right. I should have asked.
There's no such thing as a little selfish, Justin. It's like a little pregnant.
It's all or nothing.
You are or you're not. It's selfish. You were thinking about yourself.
I was.
You based it off a past experience. Mm-hmm. However, there was a different way to handle that. Mm-hmm. That would make your next moments with her even better. Mm-hmm. And you call, it's a different scenario. Mm-hmm. Now she didn't get her nachos. Guess what? She's pissed. You guys are watching a show together. She's not enjoying the show at 100. She's not enjoying it the way you guys could both be enjoying it if she had her nachos too. And guess what? She can hear every time you chew on your own nachos. And that crunch is getting to her. It's irritating.
Get that hot sauce out of my face.
Oh, and she's trying not to burn because she loves you, and she's like, you know what? I'm gonna forgive him. He makes mistakes, but she's hungry, and a hungry woman could be almost the worst person you want to be around.
Yeah.
A woman with just an appetite that's not fulfilled. Oh, that's scary.
You know what I'm just realizing? This was the day after our anniversary where we went out to dinner together.
Wow, man. Oh, gosh. Way to start it fresh. You do it. Yeah, it's a tough situation, you know? And, I mean, all we can do the next time is attempt to be better, you know? And forgiveness is huge, you know? And it goes both ways. Yeah, we have to forgive them and hope they don't repeat the patterns that take you to a negative place.
You know what? As I'm thinking about it right now, you know what else I think it is? It's also goes in with that, like, that I want her to be that thoughtful. Like, if you're going to go, like, when I find out you went to the grocery store or a Target or something for her lunch break, I'm like, I wrote on the little thing there that we're all out of, whatever. You could have got that.
Yeah. See, but that's that's where we lack in our communication. We're making these things these assumptions of things that we want, some random things. Like, I just wish, why didn't she wake me up with head? Just like random assumptions that we want. And we have to learn to communicate. And a lot of times we need to lead by example. So if you do some very out of nowhere sweet stuff, you have to kind of try to do it without expectations. But I get you. You're like, I just think like every once in a while she would. And to her, she probably thinks already that she does. I bet that she can name 3 things that she does and 0 things that you do.
Oh, in 0 seconds, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yes,
so
yes.
it's one of those things where, it's tough.
No, and when that's happened, I do go, oh, shit.
Yeah.
You're right. Shit.
Yeah. Because, man, I feel like women may remember certain things way more than we do. Like, we remember our childhood and positive memories. I think women remember everything. And then they remember like emotional memories, like the time you made her feel this way or that way. And I just remember like, oh yeah, we had got married. I was there. I remember that.
A lot of money. I remember that.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
So we, as you said before we started recording here, you said you've been really busy the last couple weeks. A lot going on.
Yeah, I mean,
what's big in your world right now? I know a few of them.
Let me tell you a couple, and I know a couple you may not know. November 9th, there's a movie coming out called Pimp with Keke Palmer and the rapper DMX. And
when you mentioned that on the end in stage last night, there were some people sitting next to me, like behind me. Yeah. You said Keke Palmer. They're like, woo! Yeah!
Right.
Whoa. Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, she has a major fan base, which is extraordinary because she's been like kind of somewhat underground for years, but she just has these fans, and people love her, and she's spectacular on the screen. Like, it was fun watching skill-leveled acting. And I really enjoyed the whole presence of it all. I learned a lot, and I enjoyed it. And, yeah, people know about the movie. They're already talking. It's getting some buzz. I'm looking forward to it to come out. It's a drama, so people are going to see me in a different world of, entertainment.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it's just something different and new. And
There's
I'm
a still shot online, I know, where you're holding the gun.
Yeah, right. I'm holding a gun in the movie. So, yeah, man, people need to take a look at this. You can it'll be in some theaters November 9th and available on demand, so everyone can watch. It'll be available, so I can't wait. It's gonna be a discussion worthy movie.
No, this took a while to get out.
Oh my god,
because I remember hearing a little bit about it.
Yeah, I might
a year and a half
these
ago.
Jokes like last time I was we shot it a couple summers ago in the Bronx, and it went through some festivals and went through some funding. A big time producer, Lee Daniels, got attached to the project. That helped. And I mean, if people are talking about it, that's great.
And you've seen it, the finished
I've seen it, and I can't wait for the discussion it creates. And it's a very dark subject, but it tells a story. And this is a story that, exists for real from someone, and it's just, fictionalized, but I can't wait.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very
I shot
cool.
another movie in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
With Jerry O'Connell. If you know Jerry O'Connell, he's from Stand By Me. This Jerry Maguire. This guy's been all on stuff. And we shot this movie, and if I backtrack, I shot a movie in June with him. It was a comedy.
Okay.
And then I want to say a month ago, I get another call to do a movie, and I don't have to audition.
Nice.
And that never happens. And I'm just connecting dots. Rebecca Romaine is the star of this movie, his wife, called Satanic Panic. And I get this oh man, the best role. I'm like a pizza delivery dude, man, and I'm just kind of telling a little bit of backstory, and I say some key things.
Okay.
And it's a cool role, and I film it over a few days. And
there's hope that that'll be in theaters.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. And the other one, the first one, it was a basketball movie. comedy, and that's supposed to come out. It's called Ball Busters. It's supposed to come out first quarter theaters of next year. So,
that was the one earlier this year?
and that was the one earlier this year, June. So
Ball Busters.
Ball Busters.
Who's in that one?
So Jerry O'Connell's starring in this one.
Okay.
And he stars as this NBA player who's making, doing well, but making some huge mistakes in his career, and he's forced to do community service. And one part of his community service is playing charity basketball with this team of misfits. I happen to be on the team of misfits, and we work together over the period of time to help him change in a positive way.
Okay.
So fun. Lunell, if you know Lunell, she's in the movie.
Yeah. I do.
Chris Holly, like these guys, man, it was so much fun. We had so much fun on set, and that's all I could ask, man.
Did you get to actually play some basketball?
Yeah, there was a part where, we were playing some basketball, and I just stayed in line with my character's ability. And it was great. I enjoyed it.
How's Jerry O'Connell?
Man, coolest dude in the world. He's one of these guys, you talking to him and he's telling you stories all day, and you don't know if his stories are real or they punchlines at the end.
Oh.
So some of his stories, it just ends up being a joke, and some of them really happen. So you're like, you got the grin because you're waiting like,
yeah.
oh, that was real. So a really cool dude, man. And the chemistry on set was great amongst all the cast that we work with, and the whole crew was cool. It seems that they had worked together on other movies, and it was just a lot of love. You can't beat that ever.
Very cool. So that one's coming out next spring.
Yeah, or earlier. Yeah,
end of the winter, maybe. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Damn. I was gonna let's see. I wanted because I read a little something about that satanic panic.
Oh yeah,
I like the way it's described here in this thing. I want to read this. It's a script written by blah, blah, blah. This sounds right up. Telling the story of a pizza delivery girl at the end of her financial rope who has to fight for her life and her tips when her last order of the night turns out to be high society Satanists in need of a virgin sacrifice.
Oh, yes. And I read the whole script before, I accepted the role and checked it out, and it's a roller coaster of events.
Okay.
And it gets a little gory, too. So it's one of those movies. It's like a horror / comedy elements intertwined.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was funny on paper. I can't wait to see it manifest into the skilled acting that's around it.
There's not enough virgin sacrifices in movies.
No, they need more, and we're bringing it to you.
Dragnet, the movie Dragnet is one I remember, the virgin sacrifice.
What a virgin sacrifice. Yeah, because that's the only way. You can't sacrifice the non-virgin.
No,
Right.
Okay, so you got those going on. That's pretty huge.
Yeah, I got that going on. I am a couple, was it a couple years? Or was it last year? What year is it? No, last year I recorded our special, and it recently, which is exciting, and went to it's available. It's an album. So the album's available.
I was listening to it on my drive over here, Mike.
Oh, no, really?
On Amazon Music.
Yeah,
I pay the subscription,
right.
so I get I downloaded the whole thing.
Oh, man, that's great. So, yeah, it's on Amazon Music. It's on iTunes, Apple Music, Tidal, Spotify, Sirius. It's all over. And the only place to get the video version of that is on my website. Mm-hmm. So go to, bigassteeth.com or mikewinfield.com, and they can see the video. And something interesting to me about this is that I'm recording, and I'm just kind of putting it in the air. I'm recording a new hour soon.
Okay.
And it'll be obviously an entirely different hour. And I'm so glad that I did that one when I did, because now I get to look back on how I've grown and what I would do different in all these aspects. And now I'm just in a whole different place to record the next opportunity on, let's just say, a potential bigger scale.
That is good to hear.
Yeah.
So the stuff you're doing this week at Acme is
the
newest stuff.
Yes, it is.
That you're polishing to get recorded to get out there.
And I think that's what many comics are doing. We're doing stand-up so that some time at some point it'll go somewhere, you know, but I always got in mind, I visualize myself recording this big special in front of this big audience and how I would do it. And now I really want to just polish it up. And what I'm finding lately is that the story's there. I already have my voice and my story down. I just need to decide what do I want to joke up a little more.
Okay.
And that's where I kind of stand with it. You know.
You got a new title? You already used my side of the story.
Yes,
so.
right. I don't know. I'm considering Stepman. I'm considering Cliffhanger. I'm considering. I don't know. You know,
that joke is fantastic.
Nate, thank you very much. You know,
heard it last night. Fantastic.
I hope everyone thinks that. I feel like it's interesting. It seems to me like I would title it afterwards. Like I would watch it, see how it feels, and then come up with the title versus titling it before.
Sure. The last time you were here, it was before you had recorded all that stuff for. It was a few months ahead of time. I think it was like last May of 2017, where you were here last, and you were going to record in June or July.
Exactly
or
that.
Yeah.
Right.
In Sacramento.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so that's interesting too, because I put like. At the time, the jokes that I wanted in that one, they were like some of my favorites. I put them in that, and they're just stored away, and they're there for people. And now I got the next set, the new 60 minutes, and, you know, all I can say now is that I've matured a little as far as delivery and as far as a performer, and a little bit as far as content too. You know, growing up and seeing the world a little different.
We talked about this a little bit last time, and I noticed you're still doing it. You getting real animated.
I hope so, because a lot of the material I did, like I'm doing this week, is brand new.
Okay.
So I'm filling it out and trying to see the story so that I can physically tell it. And that's kind of how I deliver stories. I'm kind of like gyrating or moving somehow, you know, something, you know, moving around. And I'm glad. That's who I want to be. That's who I am, you know, someone who like uses his entire body to get a point across.
I saw a headline. It described you as improver.
You know, it's interesting when they say that, and that's funny. Just cause, man, I do, you know, I think it's the physical comedy, but I'm a fan of the improv too. You know, I hop on sketch groups, and in my spare time, when what little of it I have, if they're doing some type of things in like certain areas where I can hop on and just jump in a sketch group, I'm all over it.
Okay.
Because for me, it all helps the greater cause, and like even acting, it gives you just another tool. So that's all, you know, I just want to be a performer, you know, and deliver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we talked briefly before we started doing this that you got a table here full of equipment.
Yeah.
What's that for?
I've been looking at this podcast equipment for the last, I want to say, week and a half, 2 weeks, because it's overdue. The Mikey Winfield podcast. I'm shopping titles, though. I don't know. I'm thinking like Behind the Curtain. I don't know. I'm still shopping titles, but I know what I want in it, man. Like,
yeah, what?
I really want.
Just you?
No, not at all.
Oh.
Not at all. You know, maybe in the beginning, so people understand and they get used to like who I am and where I'm coming from.
Okay.
But what I've been meeting is so many people that are opening up to me about their personal relationships, and I'm up for growing and really, you know, like living in love and understanding stuff. And people tell me everything, and they're comfortable telling me. And if they're comfortable sharing their story to, you know, other people, like, why not?
Yeah.
There's a lot of really great personal things that people connect with, and I think many need to hear.
Absolutely.
We can help them in their own lives. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I just need to do it. I'm still learning how to use this piece of equipment.
The technical part.
And yeah, I mean that's that's light work, you know. Knock that out fast and then boom.
So what do you think? You would talk just to like a, like one of your fans potentially? Like
it could be, yeah. It's not like another comedian thing or celebrity thing. It's who has an interesting story.
Okay.
So it'll be people I meet in casual conversation and I'm like, hey, you mind coming on my podcast and sharing that and talking about that? And boom.
Nice.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'll be disclosing a lot of information about myself, which I do every night on stage, but there's still a whole world of people who haven't heard any of it, so why not, open up?
So are we going to set a deadline for when this is starting?
You are absolutely right. I will say, this is weird because I'm going way out, December 22nd. Yes.
Of 2018.
December 22nd of 2018.
Okay.
I will have at least 2 episodes already ready to release. No, I will have them released by December 22nd.
Okay, so they'll be underneath the Christmas tree.
Yes, they will be there.
All right.
Yeah. Feasible.
I want to ask you about this. Daytime Emmy nominee.
Absolutely, right? Man, unbelievable. So, a year ago, I shot a one-take digital series.
Okay.
Digital drama series. And let me tell you, while we were recording it, you could feel something happening. You're like, yo, something about this feels very intriguing, interesting, like different. And we went through it. It's called the one take. So each episode is like 19 to 24 minutes with no cuts. So you have to just go. It's more like a play.
Okay.
Because there's no like, all right, let's do it over.
Yeah.
All right, cut. We just go through. You got to memorize an entire 18 minutes worth of script. And you
like
have
when 30 Rock did a live episode.
think you can say that, absolutely. You know, and we were all choreographed from the cameraman following us to where he was going to be to where my co-star was going to be in it, and we had such a great episode, and it was put away. And then I don't know, 8, 9, 10 months later, I get this email and call that I'm nominated for a outstanding performer in a digital drama series.
I wrote it down. Outstanding guest performer in a digital daytime drama series.
Wow.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
That's a mouthful, man.
Yes, it is. And, it's something about comedians and drama, and I think,
you and Jim Carrey, man.
Yeah, man, really. But I think many comedians have this muscle because being funny is very difficult. That's timing. That's everything. But to be dramatic, it's not an easy thing, but it makes a guy who's being funny have to pull back. So he has to back up and really invest in these emotions and really dial in to what who you're reading with, what they're feeling and they're saying, and reciprocating that energy into certain moments that really just feel right because you get to make the choice. And I think many of us have the potential, comedians, to really succeed in drama.
In roles like Jeremy.
My character's name was Jeremy, which is like, I don't.
You don't look like a Jeremy.
I don't know if I met a black dude named Jeremy
That's what I'm saying.
in my life. Okay, I got a homie that has a biracial stepson named Jeremy. So I see how that could have happened. His mom's white. She named him. I see how that went down. But as far as the all-black Jeremy, he's out there, and he's listening right now, and he's like, bro, I'm like the only one, bro. But, yeah, I was the original first television black Jeremy. Yeah, but you know what? And it was wild. I went to the awards.
You did?
I was at the award ceremony.
With all like these soap opera actors,
and
right?
They all looked familiar.
Yeah.
I don't even watch daytime TV so much, but they all look familiar. I'm like, yo, I know
because they've been on TV for decades.
Yeah, right. I mean, I saw Raven Simone, and then I saw like
it's the daytime talk shows too, isn't it?
Yes, everybody.
Okay.
From like SpongeBob creator was there, like doing voices. It was pretty exciting, you know, and an amazing
Raven-Symoné.
experience. Open bar. We're just partying, you know, had a homeboy with me. We just chilling out. And they announced the names, you know, and I'm like, already, I wrote a little speech, had it in my inside pocket, you know, and
Classic.
they name all the
Inside
names.
pocket.
Yeah, I had it ready. You know, I was going to do that thing where I pull it out and I'm like, nah, forget this. Rip it up and throw it and then deliver the actual speech.
Yeah.
I had it all planned out. And then they called the names and then the winner they called, it wasn't me. It wasn't, you know. But a month later, the person who won was disqualified for having just a submission that was against the rules. Like they weren't even allowed to submit. That means officially no one won the category.
I want to recount.
I do too, especially because 2 of the people in the category came to me the night when they announced the other winner and said, man, you should have won that.
Oh.
And I'm like, no, don't tell me that. But, you know, there'll be other opportunities.
So this is probably a dumb question. Daytime Emmy looks like the regular Emmy, like I see on TV,
yes, it
the
does.
award?
Yeah, it's very fancy, and it's very big, and it's heavy, and not that I got to hold one. I got to hold someone else's.
Here, hold
Emmy.
this for me.
Hold someone else's Emmy. Yeah, so I got to do that, but I had a blast, you know. That's just things you don't even think about when you just touring doing stand-up, that one day I'll be chilling at the Emmy Awards and my name will be called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
like,
wild.
You're almost kind of like, what the hell is next? Because this was just unexpected, you know.
Hey, back to the podcast. When you get that going, how often do you think you're going to have new episodes?
Once a week.
Once
easy.
a week?
Easy, once a week.
Okay.
And then if I'm, you know, I get enough people, or if I'm just, you know, I will also base it off response. It's one of those things that if it's rolling properly, then maybe I'll push out some more juice. But if it's like, or, you know, it's like, well, not getting what I think it should get, I'm just pull the plug, man. Do something different.
Okay.
You know, there's a lot of avenues out here, and
I've been sitting on this thing to look. Once I saw that you were coming back to Acme this week, I've been sitting on this story. Or it's not a story, but The Office. You were, of course, on The Office. Few episodes of The Office.
Yes, season 8.
They recently had an auction. Did you see that? They auctioned off props from the TV show.
I did
Thousands
not know
of them.
this. Wow.
Yes.
I'm waiting for the reboot so I can be the office manager. That's what I'm trying to do. You know what? And you know what this whole year was about for me? You know what 2018? It was create buzz.
Okay.
Get the people talking again. Because I kind of been laying low, polishing skills, just enjoying comedy. But now I'm like, you know what? Let's get the people talking. So I spent this entire year like, let's get on stuff and make moves that you put the light back on you so more and different opportunity will come. Mm-hmm. And that's been my entire goal. And it's fun to see certain things happening this particular year. So far, I want to say one of my best years. But yeah, damn Office, I need them to come back.
Every show's coming back. It is just a matter of time, right?
I know. But here's the thing. The Office is living very hardcore with a rebirth of its own on Comedy Central and Netflix. Yeah. So when I tour colleges, they're quoting my lines. These are college kids that are seeing it all for the very first time.
Oh, interesting.
And building a new cult following.
Yeah.
So it makes sense not to come back because so many people are still invested on the first initial one. I get it. It would have to be an entire spinoff that people could just hate. You know, like I know there was a time they were like, they're going to do a spinoff of The Warehouse and it was going to be all the warehouse workers. And, you know, they should do it. You know, they should. You know, I'm going to allow them. This is what's happening now. My star is kind of rising. So they're going to pitch me all these shows. And I'm going to pick. And if I like the people attached, their writing style, and I feel like the show has a success, I'll do it. I'll be the office manager. I'm going to be the new Michael Scott for the rebirth of the warehouse twist, something with some type of new angle. Yeah.
We of course love The Office in my house. My wife puts it on still She's one of these people. Watched it originally, but then now was seeing every episode, 10 times.
Does she listen to the podcast?
No.
Good. Because I think she's going to be mad at me if she listened to this one, so don't say anything.
No.
Right. Okay, great.
No, she really doesn't. I think at the very beginning, when we were dating, not
Right.
anymore.
Well, great. That's great. Yeah, that's like me in comedy. My wife doesn't have to come at all anymore. Okay, continue. So you guys watch The Office in your house?
Yeah, and this is kind of random, but one of the scenes that you're in, we recognized an actor from Better Call Saul. I always love when that happens. When you go back and see something like, wait, hold on, that's the guy from that other show that we watched.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
I can't think of his name now, and if I said it, no one knows the guy by name.
Yeah,
but he plays. He hires. I don't know. He's kind of a bad guy in Better Call Saul.
Yeah. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't know this, but in the episode I did called Doomsday, I have a line, like one key line, where no one knew how I was going to deliver it because I never revealed it. And so when I did reveal it, everyone's reaction was genuinely surprised.
Okay.
So I delivered a line, "Hey, Gabe," and Gabe, if they really got his natural reaction to that, because he had no clue how I was going to say it. So if you watch the episode, he's as shocked as everyone else with the cameras.
Oh, that's
as
awesome.
Daryl to the side, because even Daryl had to look like, yo, what the hell was that, man?
Oh, that's awesome.
I never did it. I never rehearsed it because I didn't want anyone to know, like, okay, what is he going to do? And that's the freedom that the show gave us as performers. I watched it happen, and even though I was a newbie, I watched them do regular takes, and then they were just like, all right, you guys go. They so much improv on that show, and they just kind of went with it.
Very cool. You said how often are you doing colleges?
From time to time during the season, I kind of pick up as many as I want, and I'm good with the good, like...
Do they get the relationship stuff?
Hey, man, I present it in a way, and that's what I've been told. I know how to translate and, like, get the point across, and I do. And then I have so much content at this point that I think I just have enough substance where, I connect with it, and they love Stepman. So Stepman is where everyone in college is like, yo, that's a version of me. So that's how that works. And for those of you listening that don't understand that reference, my wife's older. I got a stepson, and me and him, we like the same age, So I call him Stepman.
Did you refer yourself as Step Mike?
Yeah, right. So that happened when me and Stepman, we were leaving the strip club, and he was like so emotionally touched by our bonding experience that he's just like, Step Mike, thanks, man. And,
Step Mike.
Yeah, that's what he'd call me, Step Mike.
I love that. Hey, I want to quiz you on how much a couple of these auction items from The Office.
Let's do it.
All right?
I'm good at this.
Yeah, so one of the items was Meredith's free drink tokens.
Oh, man, absolutely.
Meredith's free drink tokens. How much did those sell for?
At least $300.
$350.
$350.
Nice job.
Ooh, see?
How about the diversity sign from the warehouse?
Oh, gosh.
Do you remember that?
Yes, and for that one, I would probably put that one at like $600.
Way more.
Wow.
$1,700.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why did I undersell it? I make that mistake.
Mm-hmm.
Just trust and commit.
All right. One more is Daryl's framed. Nobody talks. Everybody walks.
Oh, man. Even more. That's a good, probably a flat 2 G's.
Only $650. You could have had it.
That's it.
That's it.
Man. Didn't I say $650 for the last thing?
Yeah. You had them all wrong. Yeah, those backwards.
Damn. Well, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I tend to do that. Right.
Did you leave with any souvenirs from The Office?
No, what I did do is when I was on set, I touched a stapler and I moved it over. I like flipped it on the side so that
Are you serious?
Yeah, so when my episode came on, I was going to tell
like,
everyone, like, look, you guys, look, the stapler's going to be to the side. I did that right there. And then when the episode aired, the stapler was standing up again. I guess they got a stapler guy on set that goes and puts everything back, apparently.
Stapler continuity guy.
Yeah, I guess so. And so that never played out the way I wanted it to play out.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, they got a guy.
What age? You talked about being from Baltimore.
Yeah.
What age did you move there? Were you born in Baltimore?
I was born in Baltimore, Maryland. As a late teenager, I exited Baltimore.
Okay.
And I ended up in California.
Okay. So you were there as a kid, though.
Where I reside. And here's the thing that this is a little inside to the story. For 1 year, it was 6th grade, I moved to California. And the following year, I moved immediately back.
Oh.
My dad's from Cali. So he got my mom, who's from Baltimore, Maryland, to finally decide, okay, I'll do it. Let's move to Cali. We did it. They clashed a lot because my dad's an asshole and my mom is in her own world. And they just aren't really two people that should be in the same room ever. So we immediately moved back to Baltimore. So I got a taste of Cali, and I knew that at some point I was moving back.
Going back. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then maybe you could explain this to me. Something I'd like to do when my guest is from out of town originally. I'll do a search of their like a city and see if there's any interesting news stories.
Oh, absolutely.
So I searched Baltimore.
Oh, I know there's something interesting there.
Yeah. Well, I skipped past all the depressing ones.
That's great.
to get to this one.
Nice.
All right.
This is in Baltimore.
This is not, it involves a kid getting hit by a car, but he survived. That's not the point of this.
Great.
The point is, he's a squeegee kid. Do you know what squeegee kids are?
Absolutely. So what happens?
You do. Okay.
Yes.
I didn't.
Oh, okay.
A squeegee kid was struck by a vehicle in downtown Baltimore Saturday evening while reportedly cleaning windshields. The 10-year-old child was struck, around these certain streets, taken to the area hospital, stable condition. Confirmed the video. There's a video of the boy. He was squeegeeing, was in fact, and the incident comes on the heels of a citywide debate over squeegee kids who have been around for generations.
Yeah. I didn't know they were like doing it that young. But what they walk around with is a bucket of soapy water, and they catch you when you slipping. You just kind of like on your phone or you pumping gas, and then they're right on the front window like, and at that point, you have the option to pay them or not. But you're a dick if you don't give a 10-year-old, $1 or something, But that's unfortunate that a squeegee kid got hit, but that sounds inevitable. It's going to happen.
Kids report they're able to make up to $200 per day cleaning windows, a draw that some say leads them away from the dangers of drug dealing.
Yeah.
Still, experts say squeegeeing in the streets is also dangerous, with young people darting between cars trying to clean windshields before the traffic lights turn green.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, so they're doing it right in the street. They're just getting so bold, you know? And I get it, man. Baltimore is a town where you just naturally develop the ability to be a hustler.
Okay.
You're going to find ways to make money. And it's great that it's not illegal. As much as like it's not safe, at least it's not like illegal drug sales. It's going to land someone in jail. Like at the worst, you get hit by a car, but you get up.
There's a link to the story here. I didn't hit it, but it says Mayor Catherine Pugh recently allocated about $2 million to help place squeegee kids in safer jobs.
Oh, wow.
What other jobs are we giving 10-year-olds?
Yeah, hilarious. That is great. And, man, wow, that's so interesting. So they created a need, and then someone decided it's not safe, so we're going to find something else. That's a good way to approach life.
Yeah.
Like have someone say, you know what, I mean, I'm glad you started comedy, but I want you to do this, and I'm going to pay you this. Like, okay, stability.
Yeah.
Comedy's not the most stable situation, and
sure.
Squeegeeing windows is not the safest approach to life, so.
You were never a squeegee kid.
Nah, I never got into that, I was looking for jobs, though. I was like trying to deliver papers and cut grass.
Yeah, that was my first job, was delivering papers. I don't want to make it sound like St. Paul, where I was born and raised, is like some Hickville. I have had an adult come to my window at a gas station, where I'm filling it up, and he had this squeegee bucket. Like he had a bucket of water and a squeegee, and it was like a grown ass man, and he was trying to do it. It was 5:45 in the morning, Mike. I was stopped at this gas station.
That's when the windows are the dirtiest.
I was halfway to work. I wasn't going to make it all the way. It was when I was doing morning radio. And the dude, and I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't know where he came from. He came out of nowhere, and all of a sudden he's next to my window.
Which you have to say when that's happening? No.
I think I pretty much did say that.
Yeah, you say that. And like no one can force you to just have to give. But sometimes they clean them so good. You're like, all right, man. Yeah.
Well, if I remember correctly, the squeegee he had, the soft part, the spongy part that keeps the liquid, was ripped off. So it was like part of the metal's hitting the glass.
Man. Yeah, that's a great thing to hear right now. Yeah. Oh man, what's I gonna say? Right, the squeegee. Right. Oh man, I forgot.
Something about a job?
Something about squeegeeing, I mean, I think nowadays shouldn't they be making windshield wipers up to the level of squeegee potential?
That's
like,
true.
Shouldn't your windshield wipers be able to clean your windows better than some dude's arm?
I hope so.
I would think.
I hope so. I just got a new vehicle this summer.
Man, you're living out here.
Yeah,
man.
Got my car now has the like if somebody pulls up, on the highway next to me, it does a little light flat beep, like don't change lanes. This is insane.
Is it a Nissan?
It is.
I had a feeling, right?
It is a Nissan.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I rented one and I kept it for months, and it's like when they get close on each side. I mean, that's
and in
safe.
front.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. You're right. Man, cars are doing everything now. They'll stop for you if you get too close to a car or a human.
It's crazy.
Like I'm just stopping. Like, wow, powerful.
It does make me feel better about when my daughters start driving them.
Yeah. Like, what's next?
Got a little bit better chance of keeping them safe, I guess. Hey, we should mention in the past. I know that you've sold so I have merchandise after the shows. There was a T-shirt of you with the giant teeth at one point.
Right, it used to be the cartoon face Mikey Winfield.
Yep,
right?
I think there was a Stepman T-shirt. I think, and last night was a different version I saw.
Yeah. I've had cartoon images.
It was a cartoon image,
like forever. But last night is an experiment, really. I only made one batch of these. This is the first batch.
Interesting.
And so what happened is I'm walking down the hallway in my house, and I'm walking past Stepman. And I'm like, hey, stop. Take a picture. So I pull out my phone, and I'm like, smile. And he does this cool, like early 20-year-old grin. I'm like, no, smile like me. And so he does this gigantic, attempted, dumb-looking, big, cheesy grin. And I'm like, snap. And I'm like, yeah, just like that. And then he goes in the room, and he knows he doesn't care, So I send it to my T-shirt guy, and I'm like, yeah, put this on the shirt. Let's try something different. And so now the actual shirt that I'm selling is the specific picture of how Stepman is and looks. And you know what? Every shirt I've ever sold has been like kind of weird. People are like, I'm going to buy this because I like him. I like the guy. I'm going to support him. No one's ever been like, no. There's always a few that are like, I gotta have that shirt. But not many. I just kind of do it, and I enjoy like people having that reaction, So yeah, this is the actual Stepman. So more people are coming by so they can connect the dots in their head of the stories that I've told for an hour on stage. They're just like, wow, that's him, huh? I'm like, eh.
Well, the other mystery that people have, of course, is they want to know what your wife looks like.
Oh, I know, man. And my wife is like the sexiest, most beautiful woman in the world. And it's like, oh, man. Yeah, man. She's, it's funny, man, how funny looking dudes find hot women, man. And, that comedy thing that a lot of guys joke about is kind of true, man. Like, many, and who doesn't want to laugh? You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just like one of those things. That's how I got her, being the funny guy. And it's just like what's, kept us together all this time is like being friends first and me being hilarious.
Damn right. Damn
But yeah,
right.
it's an interesting shirt. I don't even have it posted online anywhere. No, you know what? On my Instagram, there's a girl wearing the shirt. if they look in my photos.
Oh, of the new one.
Of the new one
Okay.
with Stepman on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I know what you mean about the it's always not the like, oh, I gotta have that. Dean Edwards was here a couple months ago,
right.
and he had some T-shirts made. It said. He ended up giving me one, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool." I can't wear it in public.
It's one of those.
It says "Cool Father Mucka,"
right.
cool, like cool cigarettes font, cool.
Yeah, right.
I'm a white dude. It just doesn't look right. It looks like I'm posing for something. Like
Yeah, I get you.
Dean, you're cool. I think you're funny. We got along really well. I support your comedy. I support your T-shirt.
Yeah.
It looks weird if I'm wearing
So
it.
you're just saying like it caused too many internal feelings while you had it on. It's like a woman when she decides to wear a different color wig. She's like, oh man, should I wear this? I don't know. And she wears this wig, and then she's like, and she's thinking about it. Whereas we want to just put stuff on that we like, and we don't want to have to overthink. And yeah.
Well, last night for your show on Halloween night, I showed up. I had my my orange like suit coat that has the pumpkins all over it.
Yeah, right, flashy.
Last night is the only time of year to wear that thing. And still, I was like, nah, we're going to Acme. I don't want to. It's not about me. Like I just want to blend into the crowd. I'm not.
But you changed your mind and you wore it
because Ashley said it's the only time of year. Wear it. People will like it.
I know. I'm about to pull out my Christmas sweaters. Yeah, it's about that time. I'm about to pull those guys out and start giving them a spin.
Speaking of that, I bought a Star Wars Christmas sweater last year and wore it to like all three of the Christmas get-togethers I went to. I wore it to all three.
Right.
Can I wear it again this year?
Of course you can.
Of course I can.
It's like those things don't ever retire.
Okay.
They age and they become more valuable. You wear it every year. This sweater that I have, it's for the long run. I'm gonna pass it on to the kids.
There you go.
And they're like, yo, Dad, let me get that old Christmas sweater from 1998. No, I don't know when that's thing.
Now, is it a Christmas sweater that is just like unintentionally hideous Christmas colors, or is it one like where it's it's a kitten with with a wreath around its neck or something?
When I got it, I thought it was actually pretty cool. Like, yo, that's kind of flashy. Like, I'm feeling it until I wore it on stage and everyone laughed at it. I'm like, okay, maybe I won't wear it on stage. That's not the laugh I'm trying to get. I thought it was, like stylish. But yeah, the reality hit when I walked in front of everyone and they were like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, you guys are laughing at my sweater, aren't you?
Have you been to Vegas recently?
The last time was a year from now when I was in the old terrorist attack. Did I not do that joke on stage?
No.
It's funny to call it a joke, but that story. Yeah, I was in that country music concert when all this stuff happened. I wasn't at the country music concert. I was at the comedy club, and it was a scary moment.
No shit.
Yeah, man. They had us blocked off in the back, and it was like 5 of us as far as like comedians and friends and family. And then the showroom, they blocked everyone and kept them in the showroom and blocked the door because at that time we didn't know how many terrorists, how many people were shooting. And
it wasn't at the same.
I was at the Tropicana. It was right outside, but no one knew. So we were terrified because they were not knowing how many shooters. They were telling us that there's a shooter inside of the Tropicana. Like every ounce of fear was put in us. And let me tell you, that's when none of this dumb stuff that we live on a daily basis mattered. Like all the hate and the racism and just the, anger that's just unnecessary. It's like none of that was considered. Like the only thing that mattered was like get to your family, get back home. And I had a buddy, his mom and dad was in town and they were at the exact spot where the shooter, when they found out, was, and they were hiding like in a parking lot underneath a car, man.
Holy shit.
It was like so unfortunate that anyone, like so many lives were lost, and very depressing, sad ass situation.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you have more shows that week afterwards?
This was on a Sunday night.
So that's your last of the week?
Yeah, and this happened in between the last 2 shows. So it happened right after the first show, and I was about to do my last show on a Sunday night. Yo, insane.
Wow.
Insane, man. So
Wow.
it's kind of like, all right, here we are.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Well, geez,
yeah.
I just brought that up because I'm going next week.
Oh, yeah. Hey, man, Vegas is fun. Enjoy it. Hey, I'm a fan of everywhere I go. So, like, I love all these rooms that I touch, you know, and Vegas is fun for me as a comedian because where I work out there, it's Monday through Sunday. And so I get every piece and ounce of Vegas.
Yeah.
And I'm still the weirdo, though, that barely even leaves my room.
I was just going to ask, do you go out and...
Nah, I just
No?
kind of stay in the room and write. But I got a lot of days in a row to do it. And that's all I need. You know, we got the employee cafeteria downstairs. So I just don't have to leave it all.
Well, now you're talking.
Yeah, buddy. I eat enough to survive and go back up to the room, drink coffee all day, and it's bliss.
As we talked about, and you posted on your Instagram, here in Minneapolis, you're doing a little cooking for yourself.
Yo, man, I went to the grocery store and I got enough food. I've been cooking the last 2 days in the room, and I need a couple more things, so I'll probably hit the store and then it's back in action.
You know what's a strange coincidence? And we'll wrap things up here. You know how every day of the year now it has there's some fake holiday. You know, today's National Tie Your Shoes Backwards
Man, this
Day.
is funny. Don't tell me yet. But my wife sent me a text about 2 hours ago, and I'm wondering, are you about to tell me what she texted me? So you say it first. Go ahead.
Well, I don't know. This is there's another one I think that was even bigger than this one. One of the things today is known as, apparently, is National Men Make Dinner Day. Not the one your wife brought up.
No, she didn't bring that one up. No.
But just fitting because you're cooking for yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Which one did she bring up? Do you want to say?
Yeah, it wasn't that. It was just National, I think she said Vegan Day.
Vegan?
Yeah.
Oh.
She said Vegan Day. So she brought that up.
That's not going to fit in with you cooking dinner, is it?
No, that's not going to. You know, I'm a fan, though. I'm a fan of the vegan world, you know, but nah, it's not.
Mike Kaplan, vegan,
Yes.
fan of his.
Yeah, right. I am. Right.
Right? Anything else we should be mentioning? Keep an eye out for the movie in next week, next Friday.
Is that November 9th?
Yeah.
Wow, coming so soon.
Week from tomorrow, next
yeah,
Friday.
the movie's coming out. The website is constantly updated, you know, mystepman.com, you know. The social media, follow it. Everyone's hitting me up, so that's good. The numbers is jumping, you know, so.
Good.
That's it. That's really it.
Which one do you use the most?
I think I like Instagram the most. You know, I think I tweet more than all of them, and I think I have the most information on Facebook. I think that's where I store most of the valuable info.
You're diversifying, sounds like.
I'm making an effort. Yeah.
This has been great, man.
Yo, thanks, Justin, man. Always a blast.
Let's
you
do
know?
it again in a year.
Yeah, let's plan it.
Talk about that next special.
Right. It's
Hey.
coming. This is one day. One day it's coming.
Thank you.